So to my mind, the firms that were really well prepared for this and the firms that adapted to this started to ensure that every single service they provide could stand on its own 2 feet and was profitable in its own right.
From your observations, what were the key actions that successful accounting firms took in 2020 that separated them from those that were unsuccessful?
One of the biggest things I see, because obviously through what we do, I get to speak to lots of accountancy firms, and I had a lot of like heartbreaking calls from people who like, I just really need some help. And I was just kind of diving onto calls and helping people who were in tears with their situation that they're in. So I really did get to see the people that had got this wrong and the people that had got this right. And I know that hindsight's a wonderful thing, but the main thing for me was that where people had got this wrong or things wrong is that they weren't consistently profitable across all of the services they provided. So some firms that I knew were kind of using certain services as loss leaders, like payroll, for example. And then they'd bought into this myth idea that compliance is dead and that you can't charge a lot for it. So they were kind of having low price compliance services. And then they were making all of their money from advisory services, right? And then what happened is all of this hit, clients scaled back some advisory services because they didn't need them as much, but they needed more help with the compliance services and understanding tax legislations and implications. And everyone needed loads of help with payroll. And in the UK, we had furloughing, and like no one knew what the word furloughing meant. And now everyone says the word furlough all the time. And so all these different schemes kind of existed all around the world for payroll. And so if those firms weren't consistently profitable and didn't have the margins for all of those services, they were squeezed so much. And when all this happened, everyone just mucked in. No one could charge for it initially because like no one knew what it meant or what the implications were. Everyone just wanted to support their clients. So people were doing all this extra work for free. And if those margins didn't exist, the accounting firms were just holding on for dear life for this to pass. And it is still not passed. So to my mind, the firms that were really well prepared for this and the firms that adapted to this started to ensure that every single service they provide could stand on its own 2 feet and was profitable in its own right.